welcome back to Freak Week. Oh my gosh, I am just loving all of this Halloween content. It is just making my day. I love it so much. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well, and I hope that you are in the mood for Halloween. It's getting so close. So today I want to talk to you about something that has come up in so many of paranormal videos that I watch, and that is the Ouija board. Now, I'm not going to tell you stories about the Ouija board because there are plenty of those on YouTube. However, I did want to give you a little backstory, maybe a little bit of history on the Ouija board, where it came from, why we have it, why it is such a big like cultural thing. I would say it's even kind of like a pop culture item, especially in the United States. It's just kind of one of those things that many people have in their house, or that they have at least heard of or seen or know of a family member who has one. Anyways, so let's get into a little bit of history about the Ouija board. So after the Civil War happened in the United States, many people got really into spiritualism. Basically, that means they wanted to contact their dead relatives. As many of us know, in the Civil War, there were many deaths, many losses. So people after the war wanted a way to connect with their dead relatives. So the spiritualism kind of exploded in the United States. So mediums were offering their services and making lots of money during this time. However, there were also many poor families during this time. So people discovered that things like the Ouija board could give them contact with their dead relatives, or so they claimed, without paying the fees to see a medium. So essentially, before the trademarked name Ouija board, these boards were simply just called talking boards. And so they were all laid out in a similar way with all the alphabet letters, the yes or no, that kind of thing down at the bottom, and then a device in the middle that would move about the board to send messages to the family. The name actually came from a medium, and her name was Helen Peters. She was using the board with her brother Elijah, and they were using it on a night in 1890 in Baltimore. So she and her brother were using this board, and they asked the board what they should call it, and the board actually spelled out the letters Ouija and said that it meant good luck. And the building where Peters actually named the Ouija board is now a 7-Eleven store in Baltimore, and actually has a plaque on its wall commemorating this event. Peters actually got the very first patent on the Ouija board, but sadly her business was taken over by an entrepreneur named William Fuld, and he began to market the board, especially in national catalogs like Sears. So he coined it Ouija, the magic game, remarkable, interesting, and mystifying. As the board became more popular throughout the country and even throughout the world, many investors tried to say that this creation was theirs. They tried to essentially take it from William Fuld, but Wendy Peters wanted nothing to do with it because she felt like it brought a lot of really negative things to her family. When some of her family's Civil War heirlooms went missing in her home, Wendy actually asked the Ouija board where they had gone and who had taken them. According to an interview done with Wendy Peters' grandson, the Ouija board indicated that a family member had taken them. Half the family believed that this was true, and half believed that the Ouija board was kind of just a game and that wasn't actually a true statement. So it created a huge divide in her family over these missing heirlooms. And after the fight with her family, Wendy Peters actually sold all of her stock in the company and wanted nothing more to do with the Ouija board. Then this William Fuld person, who was sort of like the grandfather of the Ouija board, so to speak, he actually had his own mysterious incidences and family troubles with the Ouija board. In 1919, he actually completely cut his brother out of the business, and the two never spoke again. That year was actually particularly good for Ouija board sales. Following the World War and the flu epidemic, many people wished to contact their deceased family members even more than they had in the Civil War. In one 1920s article in the New York Times, actually, the Ouija board was compared in popularity to bubblegum. So it was that popular. It was super crazy. People were buying them left and right. They were kind of like a household staple item. Over $1 million in sales. And in 1927, that is a crazy, ridiculous amount of money. William Fuld continued to open new factories to build these boards. He actually built a 3-story factory, which was the largest one for production. He did this because the Ouija board itself told him to prepare for big business. In early 1927, he went up to the roof of this 3-story factory. He felt he needed to supervise the replacement of a flagpole up there. He was actually standing on the edge of the roof, William Fuld was, and he was kind of balancing himself on this flagpole when he stumbled backwards and fell to his death. Just like in a movie, he kind of grabbed hold of an open window as he fell, but the window suddenly closed when he was holding onto it. No one was in the room. He broke several ribs, but he was initially expected to survive. However, on the way to the hospital, it was a bumpy ride and he had another bone that had fractured and it actually went through his heart, causing him to die. His family continued to run the business until 1966 when he sold it to the Parker brothers and later it was sold to Hasbro. The Hasbro company still owns the Ouija board today and their website actually has a little disclaimer. It says, handle the Ouija board with respect and it won't disappoint you. So I hope you guys found that history of the Ouija board as interesting as I did. I was so excited to learn so many of those things, and it is so interesting that even in the creation of the Ouija board that it brought so much discord to families, unusual deaths, that kind of thing. So if you like this video and you are loving all of my Halloween content, give me a big thumbs up, please. That helps me out so much, and it lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like and what to make more of. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button below. I would love to have you with us. If you are one of my current subscribers, don't forget to hit that notification bell as well so that you are notified every single time I post a video, especially during Freak Week, because I have so much fun content coming your way. And if you want to connect with me outside of YouTube, feel free to find me over on other social media. All of that stuff is down in the description box below. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.